Hello guys, welcome back to Football Manager 2023 with your host, me, KJM, or Dean, whichever you prefer. Welcome back to our epic European Journeyman save, where we're aiming to win the top flight division in every European nation that is in the base game. We are currently in Slovakia, which is nation number 8. We are the manager of Podbrezova, and we've had a very good season. We're going to have a rundown of what happened since you were last here. But before I get into that, guys, just a quick reminder for you to hit that like button and subscribe as well. It does help me out massively, and I greatly appreciate it. So we'll have a run through of what's happened since you were last here. Of course, the last time you were here was the fantastic 2-0 win over Rosenborg. We then took on Prešov, a fantastic 3-1 win in this one. Andrea Pierucci, Fabio Bellotti and Boris Zavara with the goals in this one. Pierucci also missed a penalty in the 42nd minute. But it's another one of those games where we were absolutely dominant, and that's reflected by the fact that the Prešov goalkeeper did pick up the man of the match performance. Unfortunately, it was a draw after that, though. It was against Dunstreda. Dunstreda seemed to have been a little bit of a bogey team for us this season. Jakub Kasole with the goal in the 73rd minute for Dunstreda. Lorenzo Andreucci rescued it for us in the 83rd minute. We probably should have won, looking at the XG. We were a dominant again. But Dunstreda, just for some reason, I think that's 2 draws against them this season now. We've just struggled against them. Slovan Bratislava, though, next up, away from home, a 2-1 win. Andreucci on the score sheet again. Fabio Bellotti with the 91st minute winner in a very even game, but we just edged it, and that's kept it interesting at the top of the table, shall we say. Particularly as we drop points again coming up against Rosenborg. Michalovci were next, a 3-1 win in this one. Pierucci, Rajkovic and Bellotti on the score sheet in this one. Pierucci has done fantastic since he's come in. They did get one back late on through Michael Toth in the 93rd minute, but it was far too late for Michalovci by then. Again, another dominant display in front of goal for Podbrezova. Like I say, we did follow that with the 1-1 draw away to Rosenborg, though. Andreucci again with the goal, and Mlinar with the goal for Rosenborg. That was their only shot on target. They managed to score with their only shot on target. We had 7. We probably should have won, but we didn't, unfortunately. Trnava, though, a championship rival, were next, and we absolutely thumped them. Andreucci, Pierucci with a penalty, and Rajkovic again. They didn't have a single shot on target. This is how much of a battering we gave them, and it shows you just how much of a good team that we have built here at Podbrezova. And we followed that up by scoring 4 again against Dunstreda. Finally got one over on them. Pierucci, Andreucci and Bellotti, the 3 Italians with the 4 goals there. Another dominant display. There's too many Uccis in this team, though. But we are playing very good football, and we followed that up again with a 2-1 win over Slovan Bratislava. It's the tale of 3 penalties this match. Imbriaco with the early penalty there for Slovan Bratislava in the 7th minute before Pierucci scored 2 himself. But just looking at the XG, the total number of shots on target and whatever, Slovan Bratislava, they weren't really a match for us. And Kovac, the striker there for Slovan Bratislava, who, by the way, is considered the best striker in the division, hasn't had a great game. We have played very well. This 4-3-3 tactic that we've settled on is working out nicely for us, and that's reflected by the fact that we've only lost 2 games all season, and it was the first 2 games of the season. We've been unbeaten since then. It's been absolutely fantastic. And where that leaves us in the table is, after 29 games, we currently sit 8 points clear at the top. It's been a fantastic season. It really has. Slovan Bratislava and Trnava are both on 59 points. They've been dropping points themselves recently. Dunstreda, again, Rosenborg, they were also beaten by us, which was great. They've lost to Trnava. You know, they've been dropping points themselves, as have Trnava. Again, dropping points. They've lost to us and to Slovan Bratislava recently, but you know, they've not won a game in 5, which tells you their struggles. So we are in the driving seat as far as the league table is concerned. If I can find my way back to it, there it is. Reminder, there are 32 games, so we've got 3 remaining, but today we can potentially win the title. And as you can see here, we are taking on Trnava. So depending on what Slovan Bratislava do away to Rosenborg, which should be a difficult game for them, we could potentially be the champions today. We could have a double-header commentary today, though, depending on what happens in the 2 games. Rajkovic has got a slight injury, so we're going to bring James Rees in, who is still here, by the way. He hasn't been recalled. So the starting lineup, it should be familiar to all by now, is Fernandez, Marco Antonio, Dodd, Milton, Pereira as the defensive 5 there. Rees, Chyla and Zavara in midfield with Kile. Pierucci's on the right-hand side. We've had an injury to Yusuf Tash recently, and as you can see, his match fitness is not the greatest. So Pierucci's moved over to the right. Kile's come back in at the left. And then Andriucci, who's impressed recently, starts up front ahead of Belotti. We do have Belotti as an option on the bench, though, should we need him. Tash is also there as well. I just hope that things go our way here and we'll be ticking nation number 8 off the list, which would leave us with 25 remaining. 25 remaining. What a challenge I've given myself here. It is an early highlight for Trnava, though, and it's a deep free kick which is headed on, and thankfully the head has gone over the bar. Fernandez, who, by the way, Fernandez has done fantastically well in goal for us. He's a great goalkeeper. And that's reflected in our goal difference of 37, which is equal with Slovan Bratislava. But Zavara finds Marco Antonio, advancing down the right-hand side, gets the ball in. It's a good cross, but it's headed clear by Berger. And now Trnava bringing the ball away with Raymond. Stankovic finds Peter. Back to the goalkeeper, who first-time clearance goes long. Easy for Dodd, though. The young Welshman. Marco Antonio into Chyla. Chyla finds Rees. Milton. We've switched the play nicely to the left-hand side there. Diogo Pereira advancing forward, looking over the top towards Andriucci. It's cut out, though, but Chyla picks up the second ball, looking to get Pierucci and Marco Antonio inside the penalty area now. Can he put a cross for a teammate? Is he fouled? He's fouled. He's fouled Pierucci with a chance to bag another penalty goal in his fantastic loan spell that he's had here in Slovakia from Inter Milan. Can he do it this time? He can't. It's a great save by the goalkeeper. It wasn't a bad penalty. It was a good penalty, but it's a fantastic save by the goalkeeper. Unfortunately for us, but we do have another opportunity straight away. Zavara with the corner, headed clear though. Dodd looks to pick it up, but Mraz actually comes away with the ball. He's looking to take it past Dodd. Dodd does really, really well. Gets back at him. Marco Antonio finds Milton. Now Dodd. Marco Antonio into Chyla. Antonio again. Dodd. Milton, Chyla, nice little triangles here. Long highlight, guys, sorry. Chyla finds Rees. Kile forward towards Andriucci. It's cut out, though. Poor touch there by Andriucci, but we're just going to get the ball straight back with Dodd, who controls it on his back, believe it or not. How's that for confidence for you? Antonio finds Dodd again. Milton striding forward with the ball over halfway. Feeding Kile, great ball. Kile to feed Zavara, good run from defensive midfield, and Boris Zavara with his 4th goal of the season finally puts Podbrezova in front after the disappointment of the penalty miss by Pierucci and this ridiculously long highlight. It's really good play in the end. Kile with a fantastic ball, great run forward by Zavara. That is the advantage of having defensive midfield players, Segundo Volantes, on attack. They do make those runs from deep. Chance for a second. Antonio with a free kick. It's a great header by Lorenzo Andriucci for his 12th of the season, and we are now 2-0 up against Trnava here. We are absolutely cruising so far in this game. 2-0 after 20 minutes. Great free kick and a fantastic header. Goalkeeper had absolutely no chance. Slovan Bratislava are still 0-0 though, so I'm not sure how that impacts the title race. In fact, that would be it, wouldn't it? That would be it. It would be it. There'd be 2 games remaining with 10 points clear. So, as things are, we are the champions of Slovakia. It's 3rd season again, guys. 3rd season is an absolute charm, and it's our favourite season to win the championship. It happens in every nation we go to, other than the Republic of Ireland, where we won it in the 2nd season as a newly promoted side with Bohemians. And Bohemians have continued that period that they've had. We've built a fantastic team there in Ireland. But here comes Pierucci, finds Marco Antonio inside to Dodd. We're not going to have another one of these stupid long highlights, are we, Football Manager? We have moved the ball around really well. It's Kile Ball forward towards Andriucci. He's got Zavara inside. Zavara, great save by the goalkeeper. That was a bullet of a shot from Zavara. The goalkeeper's done fantastic to get anything on it. Pereira finds Chila from the throw-in. Ball in towards Andriucci. Gets his header on target, which is another good save by Nedeljkovski in goal for Trnava. I think Trnava just want the half-time whistle now. We have been thoroughly dominant in this game. And here comes Kile again inside the area, looking for Andriucci. Good header clear, though. But we still come forward with Reese. Kile onto his favourite right foot in towards Andriucci, and it's 3-0. 3-0, Lorenzo Andriucci with his 13th of the season, right on the stroke of half-time. What a fantastic first half of football we have had here. At home, the stadium's packed. Everybody's come to see us lift the title. Good football by the boys. Andriucci is really good in the air, it appears. And that is half-time. Trnava without a single shot again. That's now a game and a half's worth of football without Trnava having a shot on target against us. More of the same in the second half, please, guys, as Slovan Bratislava are still failing to break the deadlock there away to Rosenberok. Rosenberok going to do us a favour here. I'm glad that I didn't apply for their job when it came up. I saw the project that I'd built here at Podbrezova. I've built a fantastic squad. I'd maybe actually go as far as to say this is possibly the best team that I've built in this save. I know that a lot of the players are in on loan, but I'm not bothered about that. I'm not here to build squads. I'm here to win leagues. But I think that this 11 players that are on the pitch now, obviously excluding Pierucci, are probably the best 11 that I've put together so far in this save. They are fantastic. I believe Slovan Bratislava are losing. They are indeed losing. That puts the gap to 11 points. Oh no, they're back in front now. That changed around quickly, didn't it? But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what Slovan Bratislava do. Fantastic 3-0 victory for Podbrezova, who are crowned the Slovakian First Division champions. A fantastic performance by Podbrezova. A fantastic performance by ourselves yet again. Third season is the charm as the boys get ready to lift the trophy. There we go. There is the red and silver confetti as well. Fantastic performance by the lads. It was. I've pressed the wrong button. I've annoyed them all. That wasn't good, was it? I was supposed to congratulate them. I don't even know what I said to them. Did I tell them that they weren't very good? Confirmation then that we are the champions, and it is the first one in Podbrezova's history. It's the first time that they've ever won the title. I don't know if it's going to go into the past winners yet. No, probably isn't, although I am scrolled down. No, I'm not seeing Podbrezova in there anywhere, so it's the first time in their history since the league was formed in the early 90s, which I believe will have been the breakup of the Yugoslavia. It's the first time that Podbrezova have won it, and like I say, confirmation that we are the champions of Slovakia, which is great. Poland next, guys. Poland next. Which, by the way, in case you're wondering, Poland doesn't get any better in terms of a dominant team. Let's have a look. Since we started the save, way back here, Lech and Rakov had a decent spell, but since the early 30s it has been all Legia Warsaw. I know that's probably not how that's spelt, but that's what I believe it should be, is Legia Warsaw. I actually work with somebody who's Polish, so I might ask him. So they are on a current 11-year streak as title. Oh, they've won it again this year. It's 12 years. So we've got Legia to try and dethrone, shall we say. That's going to be quite difficult. Guys, we are the champions. We are the champions. So we'll get the sheet up. We'll tick Slovakia off the list. Just give me 2 seconds and we'll get it up. There it is, as if by magic. Slovakia. Done. 8 down. 25 to go. We're working our way back home to England. Poland next, though. Then Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria. Oh, do you know what? This challenge is it's very time consuming. Let me just say that. It is very, very time consuming, but I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, managing it in all these different nations. It's something different for me compared to what I normally do. I hope you're enjoying the journey as well, guys. And if you are, please remember to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button if you want to see how I get on in Poland. It would be fantastic to have you all with me. And I hope to see you all for the next episode. That is it for today, though, guys. We are the champions of Slovakia. Great work. Fantastic team that we've put together. But I will see you all in the next episode, guys. Take it easy. Cheers.